The Rogers. Connect here. App. Oh my lord. Damn.
Yes.
So you're getting slammed right now, Robert. Brian, you're not getting snow, or is the weather not hit you yet?
Well, I'm in Atlanta. We can
Oh, you're
rain.
south. I keep thinking you're farther north. Sorry, dude.
I mean, I'm not far enough south to suit me though. We're looking good.
I keep for some reason I keep forgetting that. Don't know why.
Me either.
Well, I'm an old Alabama boy anyway, so
I'm sorry to hear that.
hey now.
Fantasy Grounds just crashed while I was trying to get in.
Oh, you're fine. Yep. I saw you just got popped.
Yeah, growing up, every other joke was about the guy from Alabama.
Right. Little Huntsville was my birth area. Long
Like the
time
one.
ago.
Do you know how that you can tell that the toothbrush was invented in Alabama?
And then what's that?
If it was invented anywhere else, it would be a teeth brush. Surprised you didn't have your cricket soundtrack.
I'm just laying out. Just. I mean, I can play them. They're somewhere. Where are my crickets? There are my crickets.
There you go.
There you go. All right.
Are we live?
We're live. Yep, we're live. Just saying hi to everybody. Hi, folks. But Mr. Rogers is getting his fantasy grounds back in order. Wait patiently. They're murder hobo. They're talking like they want to kill some things tonight. It gets. Oh my. Darn it. Sorry, I keep yawning. I have just been swamped. Mm. Oh. Mm-hmm.
So, Duff, what is the token view options? Is that an
Say that again now. What am I looking at?
I was asking, I was seeing my chat window. You have token view options loaded. I was curious what.
Token view options. Oh, that I believe it's the extension. It will. There are different indicators that I can turn on and off on my view. I don't know if it will show for y'all's side, but there is some extra options, an extension to show more effects. Yeah, they're in NPC effects. You know, just some of the dots or bars, things that I can throw onto the token itself.
Okay.
And I've played around with them, and I like the dots. There's the one that it's like this, the health bar, you know, that goes from green all the way down to red, and it in the a bigger token, it might not be so bad, but these when you're in a viewer like this, it's it can be a little overwhelming. So, but it allows me to see them on the, I don't, well, if y'all get into, when you get into combat, y'all should be able to see them yourselves, but I don't know. I'm trying to see if it's DM show. Yeah, but that's for the NPCs, but the question, will the enemy show? We'll find out here in a second. Anyway, so that's what that is. Bitch, don't crash on me. Okay, everybody is in. We are live. They're not Memorex. So let's get. Hey, Gort, good to see you. I wasn't paying attention. I apologize. We're one woman down tonight. Candace is a little under the weather, so she is not going to be able to make it. So we will run her rampaging barbarian dwarf appropriately. But we will get started and do our intros for our episode 5 of Waterdeep Dragon Heist, as the group once again has entered into an unknown area, thirsting for combat to stake their claim in the world. Actually, I think one of the notice boards, tasks that they went off to while their tavern is full of business and generating capital. But let's do introductions. Folan, you are first.
Lineal is the wood elf druid, second level, circle of.
Right. Shadow.
Shadow over the valley is a tabaxi rogue, still looking to make his mark in the world.
Linder.
I'm playing Linder Belstina, a second level half elf bard.
Wetzel.
I'm Quetzal. I'm a second level lizard folk paladin, trying to get by in the world while being half blind.
Level up so he can get dark. I just have to party for him when that takes place. All right. So recap from last week. The group quelled a rebellion riot in the mountains north of Waterdeep, finding out that there was possible miscommunications and some under the table dealings that could have resulted in a lot of unnecessary lives being killed, even by the group themselves. And then continued working on their Troll Skull Manor, which they have appropriately renamed. Once again, what is it?
Whispered Spirits.
Whispered Spirits. A new tavern in the north area of town. They have discovered that there is a poltergeist that is in there, and that has was being a little mischievous, but may have turned ways and actually approve of what they're doing with the establishment. What else happened? Met a few more of the different guilds that are part of the area that they kind of know they need to kind of work with and behave, pay under the table, all sorts of things. Just all the fun dealings of owning an establishment and having to grease a few hands, do some marketing, just basically running a business. And I think we've actually run the bit. You've actually been open for a couple of weeks now, and they broke even on their first 2 weeks of business.
Correct.
So life is not bad.
That is pretty much miraculous in food service.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and found out that actually, I think they found out that another dwarf, sorceress dwarf, that actually may have a thing for Thaniel. She actually used to own the place and dropped by to check in and revealed some of its dark history. That apparently Thaniel is now making his bedroom his man cave down on the bottom of the complex, where a hag had taken several children and done dirty deeds to them and ate them down there. So not, some really good positive vibes coming from the place. And then I think we left with, they got some of the notice board postings that they had seen around the area. Was this the second one was called Investigate the Twilight Tower. There was a call from the city guard to go investigate a mysterious tower that had just shown up on the outer fort of Waterdeep's deep water harbor. And the group made their way down there. In the twilight hours, this tower rose up, and they were in a long line apparently of other adventurers that had seen the same notice and decided they wanted to come check it out too. And the mad rush when the tower rose up and the door opened up, many went in there, and it didn't take long. It was fairly quick that they were a little hasty in their zest to get in there, because several looks like there have been several deaths immediately, and another adventurer came running out, missing his arm, part of his arm, and they found out when they went into the main first opening area of the main door, a little foyer area. There are some walls that some swords and stuff keep slashing out of, and then there are some doors that they've found in the alcoves, and they apparently are mouth doors or mimic doors, something of the sort, and chomp down on anything that grabs a hold of the door handle area. And to the north of them is a wall that kind of shimmers in front of them, and that's kind of where we left off. Gortez keeps waiting for Linder's other eye to open up. Yeah, he's got this perpetual wink. Maybe it's a twitch that Linder has. We don't know why he has it, but he's got a twitch in his eye. All right, and they found some flagstones on the ground that were triggering the swords, the slashing mechanisms that came up out of the little outlet areas here from the walls, and that's kind of where we left it at. Unless anybody else has anything else to add. No?
Seems pretty thorough.
Try. Y'all all can have inspiration, so check that off, please. Something that's going to be a little bit more. Yep, just put it on your party sheet and add it on. I'll take care of the Neil.
Maybe I'll save my arm again.
Anybody, either one of y'all want to run Thaniel? Feel like running
If nobody else wants to.
All right, I just cleared out the owner. Por favor. So we resume back to what am I getting, John? Oh. All right, so we are in this tower. It's a little it is now nighttime. The sun had set, and group has discovered a few of the traps in this little area, and that is it. So we pick up there. Y'all may begin re-exploring.
Can you push me that map? I don't have it anymore.
I apologize. You may have the map. There
we go. Thank you.
Welcome.
I am going to stick my rear towards that wall and through it.
To the north? Yeah, you're basically, it's it begins to go through there. The wall just kind of shimmers a little bit, but you discover that there's not really a substance to it. It's not, a solidity to it, but it, it just kind of slowly moves through it.
I'm concerned about the condition of the sword.
So I pull out my sword and take a look at it.
Looks like a sword. And once again, in the distance, you hear this cackle.
Nope.
Don't be scared.
I give Shadow a little nudge. Says, just go through.
I pull out a torch and I throw it through it.
The torch hits it and just kind of, seeps through it and then goes, continues onwards, but you don't see anything on the other side. As soon as it passed through, the light stopped.
But it's
You roboted out, Robert. Sorry.
it seemed to go through slowly.
Yeah, it's kind of stopped a little bit and went on through, but it did go off. It did go through. It didn't come back. You felt this. You felt a little resistance too when you pushed the sword, but when you pulled it out, and nothing came back with the sword or stuck to the sword or anything like that. Just so
Does
you
it
know.
seem like it's some kind of dimensional effect or something like?
I just switched my servers.
You can make me an investigation check or some type of roll. They're fallen. Your choice.
Perception
Yeah, it's
or insight?
insight. Maybe.
It's a roll.
It's magical of nature of some sort. There's not. You don't detect that. You think it's like alive or anything like that. But it's some type of magical field. What's up,
You want me
Tombstone?
to go through the shadow, or you want to go?
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said, you want me to go through? I'll go through first. If you don't.
Can I roll an Arcana check against this thing?
Sure.
See if I can figure out what school of magic it might be.
Roll away. You're not sure.
Never mind.
You didn't make that class that day.
Yep.
Okay, I will take a deep breath
Mm-hmm.
and charge through.
All right. Yeah. So shadow goes through, and you see shadow step through, and on the other side. So hold on a second, because now we have a split party. So, or do we? Time for Robert to roll a new character.
Okay, what can I do next?
No, hold on. What about the rest of y'all? Do y'all?
I'm going
Because
through.
I can't tell. Okay, you use same thing, and look at them all jumping through.
Swear to God, if that's a negative energy field, I'm going to be really upset with you.
Or second level. It can't be too.
What about Faniel and Quetzal?
But yeah, I'm playing through Neil. So yeah, go good. Good. Is it light?
No,
I believe. Okay, I thought you said it was lit up. So has Quetzal lit a torch yet, or is it still dark for him?
it is dark unless someone's gonna light something up for him.
Looks like he's lighting a torch here for himself. If
Torches.
not, then I'll help him with it.
All right, so light a torch up, Quetz.
Don't step on those pressure plates in front of you.
Before I go through, I'm going to grab the arm that's on the ground before I go through the wall.
Okay. Well, yeah. The knot on arm. Yeah. And what happens if y'all are all standing there, slowly making your way through? Interesting. I've got the mask on, but why are y'all showing up? Y'all shouldn't. So interesting. I would have thought that the mask would have. Oh, I need to set grid on. I was like, well, the grid's on. I need this set snap on. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. It's like they're not lining up right. Alrighty. So what happens is you step through, and the main body of the tower sits before you. Nothing really happens. It was you just kind of step through this shimmering field, and well, if I can remember how to. No, it's just a main. What's that? Yeah. So what you're seeing now, we're just playing. This is not the real, true map, but it's just kind of like the main area of a tower. There are no extra. There's little alcoves that you kind of see off to the side here, and here, and here, and here. And standing back against the wall, you see looks like an elf dressed in kind of a jester's outfit, somewhat. Bright colors, lots of diamond cut patterns, a hat that's got some, almost like a jester's full hat, but little danglies on it, and it just kind of, they made it this far, and I didn't think that would be possible. They've come to play in my tower. Let's just see how good they are. And he kind of. You broke up. Say that again, Brian.
Said I want to look for more pressure.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. What is blocking you is that there is, stepping through. It wasn't like a slowness effect, but you're groggy a little bit from stepping through there. And there is a fine mist that's kind of flowing along the ground. And this individual, we didn't expect you to make it this. Yes, well, we must teach you a lesson, I see. And he kind of claps his hands, and you will see these comes up out of the mist. These two creatures, and we can roll initiative.
Hooray.
You wanted combat? I'm gonna give you combat. Roll. Make sure.
Where the heck did it go? What the heck? I don't see it.
What's that?
My initiative roll.
I don't see one from you yet.
Blind? Yeah, no.
Look at it again, because you haven't clocked
got it.
one.
There.
All right. Yeah, thanks, Tombstone. I gotta cut down on the fairy music. 300 bits. What is 300 bits get somebody tonight? I've got to remember my own cheer amounts.
I don't know, that was pretty loud.
It is loud. Yeah, I got an inspiration card for a specific player, or you can break it up in, inspiration.
I think you already answered.
Yeah, I see it. All right, Quetzal, on your turn, you're going to get a card. I'll show you how to do it. All right. So that happened. Bam, bam. Shadow.
Tokens aren't locked yet.
They are now.
I'm going to use feline agility and get right in front of this guy.
Little
Then I'm
kitty
gonna try
wants to play.
Stab him.
Oh, look at him making a big old long roll. Showing off. That's it.
Okie dokie then. I will then... I will then disengage using my bonus action.
Okay.
And move there.
Okay. All right. You see this individual. Just kind of grins and basically the hit that you gave him, he takes his hand and he kind of brushes off his shoulder. Yes, I would say a lucky hit, but I do not have the time to entertain this. My friendlies here can take care of you, but we shall meet again. Trust me. I'm sorry. Thanks, Tomb. I forget. Boo. Yeah, he rushed up and hit. But we shall see each other again very soon. And you see him. He does basically some cartwheels, and he hops. Let me see. Come here. Basically goes straight across the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he hits the wall right here. And then you see basically it looks like he almost just kind of melts through the wall. But the minutes there, he just kind of and you see a pop, and he's not there anymore. Daniil?
Yes, Neil will run up that way, 25 feet, and he's going to chuck a javelin at Skeleton.
Hey. Good
It
damage
will.
rolls tonight.
Yeah, he will take his short bow. Missing. This one will lumber out. Yeah, and y'all hear just a faint echo one more time. And then it just kind of, fades off out of hearing. And this one, grab a short bow. Missing. Folan.
Olin is going to come over around about there, and then he's going to shift into a brown.
A brown bear.
Yeah, and then he's going to tear into Skeleton.
Nice.
I meant to get that druid change module. I totally forgot about that. Where is my monster manual? NPC.
You don't really need it. It's in the player's handbook under the NPC.
If you got it, yeah, okay, it is. Yeah, that's actually an easier way to pull it, isn't it? NPCs, player's handbook. Brown. You say brown bear or black bear?
Brown bear. Brown bear.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay. Okay, and you need, well, it's really this now. And you need that.
Oof.
Ooh.
Derp. Derpity derp derp derp. Derp derpity derp derp derp. Derp derpity derp derp derp.
Well, it's my first time as a bear, so let's just be expected.
Someone
You're still
thought
getting used
that
to the
was
body.
funny. And that's exactly what you hear in the background again. Linder?
Alright. Let's see here.
was trying to get Asher to do the giggle for you, but he would.
Okay, we got enough of it.
Move up just there.
Half it, Daddy, all you want.
And I think I have a ball on me. Yeah, no, I don't. Let's throw a dagger.
Ipsy shush.
1.
You
Never
gotta
mind.
target him.
Oh, well,
Drag
me.
the attack onto the skeleton's token. About 10. I think that's going to be a miss still, but
Yeah.
that's well. You don't get to do a second attack.
Well, excuse me.
No, you get to. You
I've
just
never had to do this before.
no. What? Yeah. So what you basically do is if you don't target something, but you roll your attack, you want to see if it hits or not. You grab that amount and drag it to the target, and it will show you if it was a hit or a miss, and you missed.
All right. Yep, sure was.
Another time, another place. Quetzal. What shall
Is
you
my
do?
torch still lit?
No, it went out actually when you went through the deal. Forgot to tell you all that. Yes, the torch on the other side was out.
Then I guess I'll light another torch.
You
Okay.
probably just relight the same one.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't ruin it. It didn't like completely ruin it. Just put it out. Oh, Quetzal, don't forget you get a card too. So let's do that real quick. If you will go to your library, and if you don't have 5e inspiration cards listed there, you need to go down to your modules and then open it up.
I have it.
Okay, so open up 5e inspiration cards, go to tables, and then go to the first one, 5e inspiration cards, and roll that dice. Grab it, and there we go. Vigor. All right. Gain temporary hit points equal to twice the number of hostile enemies you see. So you see 2, which means you get 4 temporary hit points. So everybody, the card. Nicely done. $80,000 to go to school there? That's not bad at all. Yeah, what UT give him? Nothing?
Nothing.
I know.
But he got accepted to the music program.
Yeah. Take care of your doggies. I'll be down a little bit.
Take a break before he
Yeah. Alrighty, sorry. That's a miss, Quetz.
Did relighting the torch use my bonus action?
No, I'll let you have it.
Great. Then I would like to use the racial trait Hungry Jaw.
Don't do that. Because when you use your Hungry Jaws, that gives you 10 hit points, and you already have 10 hit points, so they don't.
That's
Then
true.
I will not do that.
Okay.
Wait till you get hit and you lose your 10 hit points, and then use it.
Alright, let's see what I want to do here. And A cold brush of wind caresses the back of Thanil, and feels a swish go right over his head, unsure that something may be behind him. The bear, the same thing, turns and looks behind the bear. What else? Feel your strength weaken. The cold reaches into your heart, trying to wrap around it. Unable to find it. Shadow. See a shadow.
Okay.
Much different than what you would expect from the bear.
I'm going to move there. Am I
Alright.
properly flanking the
Yes,
skeleton?
yeah, the skeleton's on the bear. Yeah, you're fine.
Nice. Quick.
Yeah, ooh, sorry. It shatters, crumbles to the ground.
Well, guys, it looks like we have a different opponent we have to worry about. I'll move a little bit to my right.
So the shadow that attacked Neil, it's not visible.
Nope. It was no one saw it. No one saw it.
What's that got to do with it?
Trust me. No one
Okay.
saw it. Daniil.
Not seeing anything. He will come over here to
Felt it. That's
attack.
all.
Sorry, what?
He felt it. He knew there was something there. Does not see it at the moment. Hit. And shatters it.
I can't seem to.
Oh, okay. There you go. Brown bear.
Brown bear will turn and attack the.
Okay.
I definitely have to change my height. I don't think I can pass for the bear.
No, you can't. All right. Well, let's see. Linder.
So I wouldn't know anything about whatever was going on over there with Thanil.
Thanil didn't say anything.
All right. Well, I'm going over here then. And I'm gonna throw a cure on our brown bear friend here. All right, so I just dragged that onto him in the combat tracker. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't have the little plus sign. I just have the spell.
Well, you have to hit the magnifying glass.
Oh, okay.
Click on that, and that will open it up, and then you give you the roll.
Also, if you change your mode to combat and your display to action
Oh,
mode,
yeah,
it'll
yeah.
show beside there, so you don't have to expand.
There.
All right, Quetzal. Right. Ooh, all right. All right, now Thaniel will see their creature rise up out of the reaching. It's wrapping its cold hands around its heart. All right, this shadow will do it again. Total whiff. Ooh, a derp for the shadow. Shadow.
Of course, I can't quite see where the actual squares are.
Yeah, you're fine. As long as you're close enough. Yeah, this map it was off. I didn't notice that it had a.
And would that be flanking?
Yep. Correctamundo.
There we go. I will stab out at the shadow. Not my shadow.
Hey. Daniel.
Does Daniil also get advantage on flank?
No, because it's facing him. You know that. Brown bear.
Brown bear is still going to continue attacking. Maybe my dice color is okay. I can't match.
I've always liked that color.
Linder. Right. You gotta target your creatures, Linder.
I bet that one hits.
Does. And he kills it. Dissipates, slowly falling to the ground, disappearing in the mist from whence it came. Quetzal. pretzel. So sorry.
Derp.
Derpity derp derp.
Derp. Derp.
Derp derp.
What shall you do next? And again to Shadow.
Well, it worked once. We'll try again.
That's right. And it, yes, you skewer it, its solid form, and it begins to dissipate once again and combines with the mist and disappears to the floor. And the place goes eerily quiet.
Well, I come over here and sniff and see if I can catch the scent of that guy and track where.
It's like he went right into the wall. And
Is the wall illusory?
no, it is solid. And y'all begin to know, well, so what happens, while you're doing that, you begin to feel the base of the foundation begins to shake as though it's kind of coming loose, as though it's becoming unstable.
Can I pick up my torch that's over here?
Mm-hmm. And y'all will notice right in a corner over here, there is a small little, it's a little pouch. You'll sniff it, you'll see it fallen, and it's in the same make, color scheme and all that looks like that was on the elf. Like maybe it fell off of him.
So I'll just kind of move around to the side and look back at them and chuff and point with my snout at the pouch.
I want to search this alcove to see if there's anything in
There's these rooms. It's not really it's just a room, but it's just like the alcoves from the front area, just a small little square. That's all it is. So ignore that there's more back there. That this is me just using this map.
I understand. I just want to see if there was anything that was dropped.
No, it just looks like same black stone, but it is definitely solid in this area. But you are, like I said, you're beginning to notice and feel there is a rumbling, shaking in the tower, as though it is becoming unstable. And the bear is huffing and puffing at something.
So I'll reach down and grab the edge of the pouch with my teeth and then kind of sling it over it.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
I will catch it.
Yep. You get a little pouch, and you will notice there are a few gemstones in there. Some coinage. Let me put this in the inventory. Here. I gotta grab one. Oops. Smaller gems. Blue ones and a amethyst colored one. There is some coinage. 30 gold pieces. Oops. 5 silver pieces. And, dang it, 27. I'm going to get rid of yours. Okay. And also, there is a scroll, a page of parchment rolled up in the pouch.
All right. I'm going to grab my dagger while I'm over here.
Okay.
And
You
then
will also
I
grab his javelin.
No problem.
think we should move into this hallway.
That's it. This is the only room you see except for the little alcoves. There's no more to the tower.
Not a
Yeah.
hallway.
No, there's
Okay.
no. It's just an alcove. That's it.
So it's a tower, but there are no stairs going up.
It's not. It is a single tower base floor going up a few stories, but there are no steps. There is just this main room. That is it.
All right. I guess we should go back through the barrier then. Unless we want to all get Featherfall and see where we go when the floor collapses.
I'll start heading towards the barrier.
Does it seem like the tower shaking is leading towards a collapse type of
Yes.
thing?
Yes, you feel some rumbling and a couple of bricks. The bricks now that were once solid and all that are now not solid, because when you remember when you're outside it kind of shimmered on. Now they're getting to take form. And actually the wall that when y'all moved come back around, it is not even there anymore. It is open into the air. It is gone. Y'all move, you make your way out. You can make your way out.
Avoiding the pressure plates there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Y'all can make your way. Yes, and y'all come back out onto the landing and the bridge that is kind of there, and the tower is look, it's crumbling, but it's also dissipating from the top. Pieces are coming in, but as it's kind of ching 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 ching, and it is dematerializing to some degree. The best way to explain that. Y'all, you make your way out. You can make your way out. I'm not worried about you. You're off the map now. You're back outside, and there were only a few other people watching what was going on. Not sure whether they wanted to go in. Word had spread, that few of the ventures, there were several that killed and one lost his arm, and the tower is dissipating and falling back into the earth, the ground area out by the harbor shore. What do we do?
That was way too easy.
Yeah, I guess we just try again tomorrow.
Is twilight over?
Nope. It's middle of the night.
They said the tower only appears at twilight, so I didn't know if twilight was over, and maybe that's why it was.
The tower
We'll
appeared.
again.
Well, yeah. This is all you know right now.
Are there still people hanging around outside?
There's a few. Yeah. One is they saw y'all go in, and then you get kind of rushed. What did you see? What was going on? What's this all about?
Well, I mean,
Um,
there was a lot of traps. We found
you
some
should-
stuff, but we didn't find anything.
What was this all about?
I don't know. There was some guy in there. He was laughing a lot, but there wasn't much in there.
So I stand up on my hind legs and roar.
Yeah, a few people will backtrack. The rest of the group just kind of looks at you, yawns. Now y'all, what do you do? The tower is disappearing.
I want to wait and make sure it actually finishes this.
It does. Yeah, you'll wait. It slowly dissipates, falls back into the ground, kind of leaving a circle where it was at. And people are, ooh, ah, what is, and you've got multiple, what is all this about? What is going on? What is the meaning of this?
Cast detect magic and just watch it. dissipate, see if it
Yeah,
stays there or
the-
actually goes somewhere?
Your magic does it once it's there, and then it doesn't. It detects the magical aura field of where the tower was at, but it's slowly dissipating.
Hmm.
Maybe I will return from my bear form and start heading back toward.
Bolan
After
form.
doing a thorough investigation of the where the tower was at, see if we can there's anything else.
Now that's it. It left some residual magical energy there, and impression in the ground, and a couple of city guard will come up, asking, who are you? Were you all the one, that hadn't seen y'all come out, and you need, please report to Sergeant Layson, the captain of the guard of the area. He is the one who posted the the notice board up. The city guard is the one that wanted somebody to investigate what was going on here, kind of outsourcing this to whoever took it up. And they say, yeah, when you get a chance, please report this to Sergeant Layson.
All right. I'm going to do some standard non-magical healing to our dwarf friend here.
Yeah, he got a shiver
Or
running up and down his spine.
maybe I'm not. I guess I'm not. Never mind.
Okay, you're not then.
I guess we can try again.
Maybe a short rest.
All right. Well,
Yeah, we can do a short rest here.
I'm going to use up my last level 1 to cast Cure Wounds again.
I just hold on to it into a short rest. I can roll a hit die and get
You're a short rest.
Short rest, sitting out, watching, the moon cross the sky, waiting to see if anything else with the tower. It does not.
Head back to the tavern.
Yep.
I want to go find the city guard person.
Yeah,
It's nighttime, so we probably should do that in the morning.
Yeah, they said report to him tomorrow. Yeah, they don't know where he's out about doing patrols, stuff like that at the moment. But he will be in. He's usually in the afternoons. Y'all can head back to the inn.
Yes, let's go back and I don't know what you said. It's middle.
Say it again. You broke up.
You said it's the middle of the night now. I thought the
Late night. Yeah.
Okay, well we go back.
Yep. Things are kind of winding down at the. Yeah, nothing much has happened. Uneventful night at the tavern. A few patrons still there.
We have a toast to our successful adventure.
A mysterious adventure.
Apparently.
What was it all about?
Let's appraise these gems.
Well,
Can you distribute the coins?
Fine. Yeah. So, like I said, you look in the pouch, and you've got an amethyst and some blue ones, and
What does the note say?
the note says on it, whim, please use the tower appropriately. Basically, it goes into an explanation of we're testing the outer areas of Waterdeep. Once it has been breached, please relocate to another area of town. and test once again. And then there is a spider symbol. Or is it a spider symbol? It could.
Do you have a picture of it?
No, don't. Just a kind of a simple spider stamp. Black spider stamp.
So this one character we saw, what race?
You believe it's look kind of elfish. Not dark skinned. Normal elf. Complexion like that, but definitely had a madness to his eyes, and his outfit definitely spoke of flamboyance. You basically looked like a Joker on a deck of cards, kind of like, and did a prance, and then like I said, did the cartwheels along the wall, and then right as it looked like he was going to slam into the wall, he dissipated in front of you. And a cackle echoed through the walls as y'all dispatched the gifts that he left there.
This is not.
It's mystery. But the note basically is saying that to use the tower and test several areas of the city. Testing does, you know what it means, but once breached, take it to another area.
Oh, that doesn't sound good, though.
That is all it says. So, that being said, a mystery to ponder. The group makes their way back to the inn to grab a drink, for refresh, a little food, to reassess, and continue on. And let's see what happens here. We're going to another long, so the night will pass on and y'all will do your thing and, kick the patrons out unless y'all don't have a closing hour. But I figured there would be a last call sometime. And
Oh, sure.
oh, we're getting so close. So close.
Are you gonna drop a long rest on?
Yeah, I'll do that too. And several days will pass, and y'all will get your regular cast of visitors will come by. Let me bring those up. Checking in. The weeks go by. Another 2 weeks go by. And what did we say we're going to? Where's my roll here? The options. Waterdeep. Need a hot bar this damn thing. Open for business. There we go. Yeah, Broxley will come by, your halfling, checking in, wanting to make sure all things are good. If there was anything, that you were needing. Things have been fairly, so this next few weeks here, been kind of rather mundane for y'all. Kind of making your way, getting you get a couple of stiff arms trying to come in. Sure. Yep. And then we will. So who rolled last time to see how well y'all did for your 2 weeks of business? Do y'all remember who rolled?
I think it was me.
Well, we'll just start. We'll try not to rob you out of that, Brian, but we'll go down across the line. So this time it is Robert Shadow. I would like a D100 roll. Would you roll me a percentile roll, please? Oh.
I think that should be left up to our skills, not chance.
No, it's chance. This is basically rolling on a table to see how well y'all did.
Use your inspiration to reroll.
I can use it, I guess.
You could. Yeah. All right.
Better, I guess.
Well, yeah. You broke even again. So neither no losses or no profits again, as y'all still get your feet, under you for running the inn. And you will also get a note. Go ahead. Sorry.
I don't like this method of deciding profits.
How would you
Well,
think?
it'd be nice if we could have some way of modifying it somehow.
Well, you have to do things. So basically it was going to, let you, we're busy with that going, so there's going to be some of the side quests to pick up some dougage. And then while you're doing that, you're beginning to learn from the representatives. You guys have got to be patient. You're learning, that you can do things to add to the probabilities of doing better. And we talked about them last time, but we'll go over them again, that there's, expenses or things to put in, accoutrements that you need to come up with things. And the point was to try to, you ad-libbing a little bit, learning what would you think it would take to run a successful tavern in Waterdeep. And we covered a few things last time about marketing.
Live entertainment.
You could do some live entertainment, but there are costs associated. Oh, well, actually, what is that going to be? Who's the
We
bard?
have Linder for that.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, hold on. But I thought Linder was cooking.
Yep, sure am.
We hired a chef.
We can get a real cook for that.
Some marketing going around. What I'm trying to look for is things, to come up with to do to entice people to come into the establishment. So we really need to think about this some, because this is going to take place as y'all are doing other things, because this is not just what the whole module's about, but it is an important part of it. I will let you know that this taking care of this place, it was not just put here on a whim. When you come up with these ideas and put them together, then I have other modifiers in which to add or subtract from the roll. But we're just getting your feet wet, and so you're still breaking even. Like I said, you've got the guild members come in, you've got your, like I said, Boxley has come in there, then you've got, Justin.
We also have our signature drink that you need to account for.
Someone needs to give me some info on it, then put it in the
That's
the
the
chat.
nearest. So.
Yeah, so I need it in the chat room. If y'all will put it in the chat room or create something and then pin the message in the Discord room, or make a note. You can make a note for it in the notes area, and I can see all those. And y'all could, if you want to make a maybe another tavern operations or something like that, and work on kind of some of the things that you would want to do, and we'll continue. We'll play against, do some, 1 week, next week try this, things like that. That will help add to the roll. Okay.
So during this downtime, I want to go see that guy who opened the other tavern. I want to go take a stroll over.
Okay, that would be building number 6 on your map, and that was Emic Friends, it's called Friends Brews, and y'all just kind of you make your way over there to check it out. And like I said, it is not anywhere near, he's been here for a little while, but not much longer than y'all. If you do a little bit more research and finding out from the area and the locals and all that he's, not made some smart decisions and kind of gotten under the bad influence of a couple people, borrowed a little money, hadn't quite made it back yet. His drinks and the food that he serves is below par. He just kind of maybe in over his head. What you get the feeling? And it's just, he's a human, that you do know that. And you're not impressed at all, Folan, with what you're seeing there. Looks like he's done, he had some work done on the place, but he's definitely, you can tell where he's, he's maybe tried to patch a few things, which is, a no-no with the guilds around town. And the, food doesn't smell, you definitely smells like it's more overcooked than anything else. You may have, if you wanted to one time, try to grab a drink and it was more watered down for your taste.
Okay, so I don't really want to talk to him at all, but after I leave, I want to go visit the guilds. So I'll go talk to the guild that supplies the food and the drinks and the carpenters, and just I'll let them know this guy's opened a tavern, and he's doing his own repairs. He hasn't brought any of the guild people in to do the repairs properly, and has done very poorly. He's watering down his beers, and his food is horrible, and they really need to go check that place out.
You will find out from the Carpenters, Roofers, and Plasterers Guild. The local one in the area, tell us something we don't already know. And you basically, kind of go into more detail, and then
he's a loser.
Yeah, you question. Well, your question. Well, then why haven't we said yes? We, he has come under our notice for trying to circumvent the rules of the city and the guildships, and we discovered, not recently, that he tried to patch a few holes in his roof, on his own. And so we know about that. The city magistrate and the business operations know about this, and some paperwork is being drawn up, some petitions being put into play to put him on notice that this was not, this is not allowed. So yes, we appreciate that. They both appreciate. You hear that out, and you also hear that he got in trouble with the Plumbers Guild too, because there was a dwarf that came in there to drink and spit out the drink in his face, and Emic basically compared the dwarf's beard to barnacles on a ship, and it damn near almost started a fight that would have collapsed the building. And the city guard had to come in and pull the dwarf out and all that. But they are saying yes, it shouldn't be much longer before we give him enough rope to hang himself. But we appreciate you bringing it to our attention. It is duly noted, and we will continue to take the necessary steps to remove this business entity from this area of town.
Okay, I think that.
Yep. So then y'all, so you continue moving, working on things.
I do want to keep an eye out. I don't know. I get a kind of a shady feeling from this guy. I just want to keep an eye out on our place and his, and just.
Okay. Yep. You'll kind of from the backside, from not your spot. I think because you're on the front part of the manor, but the backside, you may have a window that will allow you to see from one of the upper floors, kind of down through the alleyway and all that. It doesn't, y'all continue on working. You'll get some of the girls will come by. One day you will get some inspectors are going to come in, basically pest control, and they come in with 3 or 4 kind of animal. They're kind of like cats, weasels, polecats. On leashes and all that, and they come asking and they come knocking on the door to the place, and the man in charge, a Fruskin, will ask who's in charge of this establishment, who's here that speaks for the owners.
I'm one of the owners.
So he basically pulls around a clipboard and all that. We had a complaint that this place, there were some rats being noticed about it, and we need to take a look around. And he basically hands you this clipboard. It's got some sheets on it, and it's got your address and the name of the establishment on it, and they're very official looking and all that. And they say, if you would give us a few moments, we need to verify that y'all are up to code and check everything out. You get they've got a couple of city guard with them. You truly believe that they are city pest inspectors. And
just out of curiosity, where are these complaints coming?
They're filed at our office, and we review and check each one of them out. And we are here just to kind of spec out the area and around the outside establishment and in the cooking areas, the eating areas, the public places and all that. If you would just give us a few moments, we don't want any trouble, and the guard's here to make sure that everybody behaves. We get it that sometimes people don't like seeing us around, but we try to come here when there's not any business going on. And it's, it's fairly mid-morning and all that, before things are picking up. So they will mosey around, and they find a few bugs here and there, typical stuff, don't see any rats. They let the polecats off some of their leashes, and those animals, basically, polecats are type of, part of the ferret family, and they're very good at killing rats. And
I growl at them a little bit.
Yeah, you might actually see a toy. I forgot about that. And Quetzal might actually go, that might be a quick hors d'oeuvre. They polecats will go outside and they will pop a couple. But they were, in the alleyways and all that. They were not inside. And the inspectors will come back and go, yes, well, this seems to have not been an issue. I apologize for the misunderstanding here, but we must check out all complaints that are filed with the office. We will, please, accept our clean bill of health. And he writes on the forms, and does a few things, and he's got a little signet ring, does a little stamping and all that. And he pulls out, another form, signs it, and he goes, here's for your records. If it's ever comes up again, usually every 6 months or so, we will make a review of the establishment and all that to make things are in order. We appreciate your cooperation. Good day. And they will, they will turn around and take off. Yep. And other than that, you will, so another day or, a few days go by, business is going along. You will have, all sorts of people are coming in. You've got, the dwarves, Olkura comes by again. That's our female dwarf archmage, asking for Thaniel. and demanding a drink with him. And she parks her shield guardian outside, and you'll have several other, of this. You've got several. If you remember, you've also got a few other shops around you, and the.
Hold on, before you go on further,
Yep.
Thunil will drink with her and flirt with her, and we'll try to get her to leave her shield guardian overnight to look around and see if there's anything going on outside overnight.
That would cost. The shield guardian is for her protection also. However, she will tell you that if you can put together the 300 gold, that she will be more than gracious, and maybe with a dinner date with Thanil, she might be willing to lower that price. And she strokes her beard, and she's trying to match it. If Thanil will notice that, and since Candace is not here, we can have some fun with her expense. That the mage is trying to color the beard to match Thanil's coloring. And she says, well, I might, and I'd be tempted. I would put some glyphs of warding upon the place, if need be. But there would be a small cost. But maybe over.
We need to go on another adventure to get some more money.
Maybe a lovely candlelight dinner. And
for how small a cost are you?
Oh, might be able to do that for maybe 75 a piece instead.
Okay, yeah, we can do 75 for a couple of them. I'll be glad to take you out to a nice candlelight.
I look forward to it. And she downs her another ale and all that, and I must go find an outfit. And she will, hurry herself out of the inn that night. Other than that, about the only thing, you've got some other humanoids. You've got a couple of halflings, scruffy looking, will make their way in there, and they, actually looking for work. Always looking to, if you had any cleaning or cooking. They're not, they look like they haven't had a bath in a little while, but
I want to try to get a sense of them and see if they're on.
You can roll, certainly. They definitely are more of the urchin. Yes, that's right, Cyber. It's coming up on Valentine's, and what's best on Praetor's Rejects than some dwarven love? Okay, a gruffy old Thanil, a barbarian, needs a little love. A new book is being written, and they don't even know about it yet. Their escapades that is going to be legendary in the circuit. These two come in and ask, and say we will, we're just looking for some work. They a little bit more streetwise. They carry the smell of the street on them. Look like they, haven't had a bath in a few days. It's definitely scruffy.
I say to them, look, I'm really sorry. We have all the help we need right now, but there's another tavern right over there that is called the Friends Place, something like that. They definitely need some help. Go over there and talk to him, and I bet he's got some help for you. Tell him I said.
They kind of growl a little bit, and they'll stomp off, both looking, and they will look back over their shoulders at you, and you catch a little glint in their eye, and they, then they skedaddle out the front and down the alleyway, and disappear. And you don't see them for. They headed south. You didn't see, you had them out. They went on the corner, and they just no, Jordan, no, dude, no, you don't call me while I'm streaming.
They're out of eyesight.
Yeah.
I'm going to shift into a cat and.
And do what?
I want to shift into a cat. And
Okay, so you're a cat now.
yeah, I want to follow them.
Oh, they were they shot down the alleyway and ran off. You lost sight of them. Yeah, they skedaddled on out and moved down the hall. Yeah, into the shadows, and you come around the corner and you will not see them.
Can I smell them?
You can smell lots of things. But
In particular, said that they had strong odors. They hadn't.
Yeah, street odors. Yeah, they were basically blending in with the trash and all that. Yeah, you're hit with waves of it in the alleyways and all that. Not into this.
I'm a cat, so I have.
You
you
lose their trail. Let me trust you. You lose their trail.
Okay.
Yeah. Your instincts might have been right. You don't know yet. And you will come back to the inn perplexed that you lost their trail. Anybody else want to do anything while that's going on? Anything to add? Oh,
I'm going to wander around our neighborhood, scoping out anything I can find.
well, so you got to remember you've had some of your other neighbors come in. You've got the married couple, the two men that are the Steam and Steel. The Genasi's. They've come in to say hi and check on, and you've done a little. They've done a little trade with y'all for some food and all that, and made you some extra pots and pans and maybe some other metal braces, things to kind of shore up, maybe some of the furniture in here, the cabin, stuff like that, kind of helped out with that. You also had the herbalist that is just south of y'all, and not only being an herbalist, but also maybe worked with Linder a little bit to talk some herbs. Though he doesn't do some cooking, but you learn some of the properties of some of the local herbs and things that he grows in the shop. For sure. Yep, stuff like that. You have the bent nail that y'all went into. That was where the wooden weapons and shields are at, and you chat with them. One other place though, y'all really gone. You didn't really haven't seen much of out of that is the Tiger's Eye. That was building number 4. That was the hangs out. It was basically an orange and black sign. It's a cat's eye that's kind of over the sign, and you ring a bell. If you remember, y'all ring a bell, and there was a human named Vincent Trench that was there, and has a long thin pipe that he smokes, and you just basically said hi, but you really haven't had much interaction with Vincent. Or anything what does. And then on farther down, you've got the bookstore, and you don't see much activity coming in and out of Emmek's place. But would you make me a perception roll, Shadow?
Will do.
So if I have to step away for a few minutes,
Go right ahead.
Keeping my eyes open for.
Understood. Thing that'll catch you've noticed kind of cropped up around your area on some of the poles, the wooden poles, the lamp posts. There's just they're fairly new, but you will see that there are little bitty carvings Just on the corner of y'all's buildings, on the south side and all that, the little bitty rat faces have shown up. It's kind of carved in the wood, kind of like, not, almost like graffiti. First they were really small, but now you've seen a couple of more that have shown up over, another day or two as you've perused around the neighborhood and all that.
Do I recognize them at all?
They're just rat faces. And you see them, you've seen a couple more down and through the alleyway, but they're definitely prevalent. You'll notice them, they were hidden under some mud, along the baseboards and the backside of y'all's establishment. Once you notice what you were looking for, seeing them not covered farther down in the alleyways and all that on both sides, but you came back and then it caught your attention, and you, with a little water and, a little scrub, you were able to get some of the dried mud and dirt off of the boards of the building, and you will see several. Then they're actually even come larger, maybe palm size, of just basically a rat face, long ears, pointy nose, some fangs coming out of it. Yeah. And a couple of them are fairly fresh. Shadow.
I'm going to look around even more for them, trying to see if I can see any sort of pattern.
You can make me an investigation check. You're just seeing what started the pattern. The only thing you're really seeing is that there were a few in the backside of the buildings and all that, but now you're putting there some on the front doors of some of the buildings here, because a lot of these buildings too are residences, a little bit more kind of middle upper class type individuals, and you're they're in the bottom corners of the doors and all that, and they went from being kind of nondescript to now the bigger ones are actually putting a little damage into the wood. And that's all you can really discern right now about this.
Interesting. I'm going to bring this information back to the others.
Okay. Let's see what else happens. Well, I'll wait till Foley gets back. Other than that, things are fairly quiet for another 2 weeks here as things progress on. So, well, Thaniel's not here. So, Linder, we have another 2 weeks have gone by. I need another profit or loss report, please. Would you roll a D100?
That looks like a better roll.
Well, you may roll me a D6, please. Well, you covered your business costs for the week and earned a profit of 30 gold.
That.
All right. So, who wants to, as Folan was about doing his thing and chatting with guilds and making cat form and checking out, Shadow was doing his own little check and discovered some stuff. Shadow, Folan now has come back and checked in and wanted to know what's going on. What do you tell him?
Well, I tell him about the rat faces, of course.
He wasn't here, so you had to kind of let him know what's going on. He had to step away, remember? So.
Yes. So I have discovered these little carvings of rat faces all over the place. There seems to be a lot of them on the back end of our building. There also seem to be dispersed in other areas as well, but they seem to congregate around our area a lot.
What do you mean there are rat faces? They're like carved?
They're carved into the wood. So as things progressed, he walking around the neighborhood like you, but you were searching for, he was just kind of scoping out the neighborhood. And first off, we're kind of noticing he's, in back corners of the buildings, and not just y'all's place, but elsewhere, were these little bitty rat faces kind of down low. And then began to notice over some time that they, from the back of the building, they then began to got bigger. And he searched the backside of y'all's building, and what looked was just like splash of mud and stuff stuck up against the side of the building, from rain and just day-to-day traffic and all that. These rat faces were kind of covered up with mud, and they've gotten bigger now on the backside of y'all's building, and they're various shapes and sizes, but have gotten to be palm size now. Pointy ears, pointed kind of nose and all, and some fangs. And then he's begun to notice that now they've kind of escalated to, they're showing up on some of the doors of the buildings around here, because you've got shops, but as many of these places are also upper middle class and up residences, and their doors are being defaced in the bottom corners and all that with this rat face marking. And they've been kind of, showing up randomly over the last 2 weeks, and y'all, were investigating, watching this, and still proceeding forward, but y'all made a profit. We had another 2 weeks went by, and I've added it in and already dispersed it out. It was another 30 gold. You covered your expenses and made a little money for the first time.
Yeah, we're gonna need to sell the gems and the painting that we got.
Agreed.
We get this woman over here to set some glyphs around our place, and have Thunil take her out for a nice dinner.
Okay. Well, let's see. The note y'all don't need anymore, because that's was kind of telling you what it is. The amethyst, that's in there. The lapislazulis in there, and then these paintings, you'll need to go get those appraised again. Or sell them off, but y'all will get basically y'all will find up to about 80% purchase, 80 cents on the dollar. About the best that you can do if you want to sell everything.
Yeah,
okay. All right. And
so she said she would do. Oh.
Yeah, well, you can put it back out. I just want to give it to everybody. Y'all can put it back in or just take out. She said 75 for she said you probably need about 3 of them. She would do them for, well, she thinks 3, but she will do them for 300 a piece. And if you want to start off with, you've got a
75 a piece.
275. Yeah. So she take off. Yeah, exactly. That was the initial price was that. So no, I said 100, didn't I? I said 100, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah.
You said 75.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm adding wrong. Yeah. So it is. Yeah. So took it from 100 to 75. Yes. Correct.
Okay. So she'll do 3 of them for 225.
That's correct. And you've got basically, what do we have on, Let's bring up our Troll Skull Menor. Room 1. Did we use... It wasn't this map, it was... Hold on.
225 total. That would be 45 from each of us to cover the cost.
Sounds like a deal.
For what?
I'll put my 45 in.
Yeah, sure.
I put 45 in each from Dunil and
Yep, I put mine in.
All right. So this would, you would have, your entry points would be the front area, a back door, and you might have a door that's up on the balcony area that, looks like is your exposure points to getting in and out. Does that sound like a deal for a dinner with the lovely?
Put them on the doors.
Should put them where you'd want them. Anywhere you want them, Thaniel.
I imagine if we put glyphs of warding on the doors, we're going to kill our customers, which seems bad.
Wouldn't want that. So the question would be, she can give, so how do, and that's, man, let me, now what are glyphs of warding?
There's got to be a way of disarming.
That's what I was trying to look up real quick because I haven't gone that route before. Glyphs of warding. Can you deactivate? An object close to height, it can cover area no larger than 10 feet in diameter. You decide what triggers the glyph when you cast the spell. Once it's triggered, the spell ends. You can refine the trigger so the spell activates only under certain circumstances or according to physical characteristics, creature kind, or alignment. You can also set conditions for creatures that don't trigger the glyph. So we could basically, let's just say you have a power word that you can use to turn it on and off.
Okay, then that would be
like an alarm. How about that?
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
We,
Sounds like a plan.
put a password on it to turn it on and off. That would be good. So that way, when we're open, we can disable it. So.
And what is that password? Or y'all can decide between yourselves. Okay? But she will have to know the password to inscribe it on the glyphs. And where would you want them? On the doors? Would you want... And she'll, and what would we want to be an explosive or spell type of glyph that would,
Spell, not explosive.
Yeah.
And what would that triggering be? 3rd level or lower? Fireball?
Ixnay on our.
But you love it so.
Not inside our tavern.
You said 3rd level, right?
3rd level or lower.
Is there meta magic in 5e?
Sort of.
Yeah, it's not sorcerers that have it.
Yeah, sorcerers have it.
He's not a sorcerer.
Could it be an empowered acid splash?
Well, it would just be whatever's third level or lower. Nothing's anything extra special about it. If acid splash is there, it can be, or it's y'all's decision.
Well, because I mean, it wouldn't deal all that much damage, depending on, if it's just a standard acid splash. But if it's a powered up acid splash, then that would be good. Because it's instantaneous and it only hits creatures.
I was thinking more like lightning bolt.
That could be fun.
Y'all's determination. While they're doing that, business will continue on.
Actually, did we ever meet with the guy from the guard?
No one's gone and talked to him. Nope.
Well, he just kind of started skipping time on us. So I wasn't sure what happened.
We just got to. You could go meet him, and he will get a report. But do you reveal to him the note?
Yes.
Okay.
That was my plan.
Okay. So, yep, and their bargain was whatever you found in there, you get to keep. So he wants nothing to do with what's in there. But the tower, they have understanding if that's the first time that they had seen, this has not happened before. Waterdeep has, there are some guards and some magical protections that they have in the city. And how this is bypassing, he'll send a couple of from the Magicians Guild to go check out the location where the tower's at, because it is not shown back up there again, and he will, since y'all were the ones who were able to get in there and come out a little unscathed, so to speak, that he will call upon you again if and when another report comes in from one of the other division houses, if the tower or such shows up somewhere else.
Okay, let him know where he can find us.
Yep. Oh, he has heard that, and he says, yeah, and also thanking you for what you did in saving his guards from a possible annihilation and all that he will recommend to the guards that they will, on their off hours only, can come by, and, if you will, we'll send business your way if you will be so kind as to, not for free, but, maybe knock a little bit off the price for a meal or for a drink for them when they're off hours. And he will start mentioning to the guards to drop in from time to time for business, and it also will behoove you.
That sounds like a fantastic idea. Let's
Yeah.
give a 15% discount to all the city guard. Come on in. We'd love to have.
He says you would probably behoove you, and knowing that will keep some of the riffraff away. If the city guard. Yep. Mm-hmm. And they will. So now you've got a +10 to your roll, folks. So I won't tell you when you have negatives now, because now some of the rolls I may throw into the tower, just so y'all know. But you have some pluses and minuses now that you are generating that are affecting your profit and loss reports every 2 weeks, just so you know. I'll tell you when the good things happen, but I might not tell you when the bad things happen. So you make that deal. Have we decided on our dwarven date spell choice? What will that be?
I'm trying to figure out if there's a spell we can use to trap intruders as opposed to just doing damage.
Hey, what about Wall of Sand?
Want all that sand in your building?
Yeah, it's easier to clean up than an explosion. And a body. Besides, it doesn't have to be huge. It can be a certain size. Mm.
So y'all will work on that. And we'll put it in play, whatever y'all can, but we're going to say that y'all can make a choice here. And our Valentine's dwarf dinner date will take place. They have Valentine's in Waterdeep. Who knew? And the dwarves celebrated it. Just more juicy rom-com material for Prater's new book that's being written for him. How does Candace get all the luck? She's always involved in these books. So anyway, that will take place. But you will also begin to notice as another 2 weeks is passing by that there is a murmur. The guard are coming in, but some of your locals, not really the shop owner, but some of the other people that live in the area and all that, have not coming in. You had a couple of regulars. You were becoming your own cheers of the area, but your Norman guy, they haven't quite made it in the last few nights. And
I want to go out and see if I can find them.
Would you know where they live? You can make me what kind of check would you?
Very good question.
That would be, let's see if you persuasion check, maybe a getting to know them. Because you are a cat after all. They're down a few down the street, down the west side of street. You're not sure they're in that general area. And you're going to look for them, and a couple of the city watch guards that are normally make it with you are coming back down the street. And there's a couple of other residents with them and all that, and you know who they are. They're just we can come up with the name, frickin' frack, whoever they are, but they have got a city official with them, one of the magistrates from the town's city hall area. Actually, it'll be the individual, what was her name that signed the
tiefling woman.
Yeah, I was getting ready to go find her. Here it is. All right. The tiefling magistrate, Kylene Silmerhelf, will be with them. And they come up, and you can see there's this kind of the city guard have got a kind of sorry we were here. Just kind of, it's not regret, but they kind of like, they're not happy they're having to do this. And she comes up to y'all and asks, y'all, because there's so many of you that own this building, she wants to make sure, whoever's here, please join me on the front steps of the building. And y'all, get there and wait, and you get the rest of them there, and y'all come join her. And she is here addressing, before her, she has a letter that apparently has a few of the local signatures on it that accuses the group and this building of being the front for a guild of were-rat thieves. And she wants to know, the charges have been laid against you that were-rats have been seen in the area. and people's things have gone missing. And it has been said by another business purveyor of the area, an Emic friend, who says he has noticed that there have been, he noticed one time some were-rats in halfling skies came out of your building. And he believes and accuses y'all of being a front for this thieves guild. And they are have asked the city watch to close you down. And she is the
utter rubbish, right?
I have to take these things seriously. There's been evidence of graffiti, were-rats graffiti been posted, have been said by some of the residents all here. And we have to get to the
graffitied.
Well, we have to take this accusation seriously. Thievery is not permitted in the town.
I have no doubt that it's serious, and I believe you should take it seriously. What I'm trying to say is that we are being falsely accused, and the accuser that's on that piece of paper is the one that's behind this.
And what proof? What proof do you have of this?
Unfortunately, I have none, but
about as much as he does.
Yeah,
but he has some of the residents here in the area have signed this petition agreeing with him that they believe that this is true. He has witnesses. He has witnesses.
Oh no. Somebody who says they saw a thing. How could it possibly be false?
Do not toy with me.
I'm not toying with you. I'm simply pointing out the absurdity of this.
Absurdity it may be, but we will have to get to the bottom of this. I'm going to have to ask that for the time being, until more evidence is put forth to contradict this.
What evidence actually is that this is true?
A petition has been signed.
That's not evidence other than that there's a petition.
May I please
I'll grab a piece of paper and get everybody in the party's signature that it's not happening. Now I have more signatures than you do. What are you going to do about it?
I'm going to shut you down until I get to the bottom of this.
Innocent until proven guilty. So much for that.
And what do you need to get to the bottom of it?
We must put with the. We will have more city guard. The city watch will be more.
The city watch is here pretty much every single day.
That may be the case, but I can only go upon what has been presented for me by another business establishment. And if
perhaps you should open your own eyes and look yourself.
I'm just letting you know how we will proceed forward. If you think you can find evidence to the contrary, then you may present it.
So we're guilty until proven innocent.
At this point in time, I must say yes.
That's totally senseless.
Very.
So be it. The letter accuses the characters of running a front for a guild of were-rat thieves, and the watch is urged to close down their establishment unless.
I've asked 3 times to let me see this petition. Does she allow me?
Yes, yeah, she'll hand it to you, and there's a handful of signatures of some of the, but you don't know all the neighbors in the area. But this crosses the alley and a few other streets also, and their names.
Make a list of every name on this, every signature, every name that's on this.
And why would you want that?
So we can go talk to them.
If I hear of any stiff arming or intimidation.
I was not telling her I want to get the names. I want to read the petition and make note of all the names.
Well, there's several names there, but you can make some note of the names. But she won't let you read it long, but she will definitely fling it, and you will recognize a couple of names of the area. No problem. And you will also see Emic's name is on it also at the top of the list.
This person? Does this person hang out at our...
Who? Emic is the other bar owner.
No, not Emic. The person in charge here.
Oh no, that's the tiefling. She's the one that you met at the magistrate that basically signed over the deed and all that. She basically is a higher level, much higher level city. What am I looking for? Employee.
Official.
Yeah, official. Thank you. Yes, she's got power because there are, half a dozen of the watchmen here. A couple of them, like I said, that y'all know, and who are upset about this, and are making sure that, she will give you, you have until the end of the week, let's say 4 days
Oh man, before you start doing this, I think it's fairly clear here that we just opened up this new tavern, which you're aware of it. You signed the deed over for us. We have sank a lot of money into this tavern, and that person's name, Emmett over there, he owns that piece of crap, rundown building right there that he also opened as a tavern.
Sir, I will not take another business. No, I will not take it.
Wow, all of the guilds here know that he is screwy.
I will give you until the end of the week to come up with any evidence to the contrary that you are not what this letter accuses you of. You have 4 days. If such time passes by, then, and the evidence is not presented, then I must and will shut this establishment down.
So literally all I need is a letter with some writing on it, and that'll prove our innocence.
Pay no attention to him. We will find the evidence. We'll bring it.
Well, that's the only evidence against us is a letter with some writing on it.
Shh. Stop. Don't get us into more trouble. We have to deal with this situation, and we will.
Clearly, you can get in trouble just by somebody saying that you did a bad thing. So.
Zup anymore. I will put you all in the city pound where your animals belong.
We will find you evidence, and we will bring it.
So be it. And she will motion, and a couple of the guards that will say, we will stick around and do some searching here, magistrate. Please, we will check in later with our captain and let you know what we find. And she goes, so be it. And she puff, turns around, throws her tail up in the air, because the tieflings have tails, don't they? Or do they not? I think they do, don't they? Maybe she does.
Either.
Or she has a fake one, thinking she wants a tail. And turns off and walks back down the street. And the two guards will, say, yeah, man, she up it all about this. This is just things that have been having problems, and we understand it puts you in a bind. And unfortunately, that the way that the guilds and the way that the laws are run, yes, sometimes in this instance, it is guilty until proven innocence. And that is, may not be right and wrong. We know better. We know what you run. And I would tell you to keep, our and understanding and what we have researched and discussed with interviewing the people that signed the letters and the area is that these carvings have shown up late at night. They were not there the day before and have shown up at night, and they have randomized, and they are coming. They're localized in y'all's area. So whoever's doing it is here close by. And yeah. And so he says, if you think you can track them down and get one of them, that will be the evidence that we feel you will need. And the rest of us will step up and put this to bed once and for all. Because we truly enjoy this establishment. Y'all just need to get somebody that can sing.
So if we just get
cook, maybe
a petition from the
no, we don't need a petition.
Hang on.
We need to catch these damn were-rats, and we need to take them to her and make them talk. That's what
I'm going to slink off and scout out our competition.
I'm going to go over to go see the Genasi Smiths and ask them how much it will cost to silver my.
You're cutting right off at the end there, Brian. I think you're pushed to talk. What silver your weapon?
Yeah, so my scimitar. How much would it cost to get some silver?
You
Considering our name, we should probably get all of our silver if possible.
It would take some time, but he would say, Embrick would say that it maybe not the whole weapon would need to be silvered, but to basically the pointy end, and maybe maybe 6 to 8 inches of the blade itself, banded, and so that it would still do, because he doesn't believe the silver would hold up over time, as a full silver.
I don't need it to last forever.
Yep.
Apparently we have a were rat problem going on in the neighborhood, and we need to be able to take care of that problem.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you would, well, I don't know how much would be to silver weapon. Now you're going to throw me that curveball. Maybe 5 gold pieces of weapon.
How soon can you get that done? I need it like by tonight if possible.
I could probably get 1 or 2 weapons done, but not everybody's.
All right, here's 5 gold and my scimitar.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'll give my rapier over.
Okay. 5
Yeah,
gold.
sure, I'll do mine.
You can only do 2.
Oh,
Okay. So
And do you happen to have any silvered arrows by any chance?
that's a good question. I will check. He has got, let's see. Genasi sells all metal weapons, armors, and shields at normal cost. So with silver tip though, how much? Oh, great Google encyclopedia that you are. How much would they? That's a good question. Brian, in your games, what would you do?
I would just give them away for free.
Yeah, I do. See, I was getting ready to stipulate on the honest side. I just opened up my mouth there and just let that one all just get all beat up to hell and back. Let me see.
It doesn't seem like it would cost
that much. Yeah.
A thin layer of silver on it. So, I mean.
So let's see. What's adventuring equipment cost? Let's say adventuring gear, an arrow is 5 copper pieces. So let's say a silver arrow, basically enough of the silver piece to coat the arrow and then still have something left over for payment. How about that?
And I'd say maybe like a silver piece per arrow or something.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yep. So you could buy, a quiver of arrows.
Yeah,
would
I'll
base.
give, so that would be 10 per gold, right? So I'll
That's
give
correct.
more gold for a quiver of silver arrows also.
Okay. He's got a couple of quivers of those. If anybody else wants, he doesn't have any.
To take another quiver.
He doesn't have any bolts, but he does have arrows.
what about bows?
Well, he's only got metal weapons. You could go over to the wood dude, the Bent Nail, which is across the street, and he's got wooden weapons.
Now, how much did you say it was? What?
They're
So 1 gold for 10 arrows?
It's basically
1 per 10, yeah.
Yeah, it's no, actually it's 1 gold for 20 arrows.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll take a quiver of 20 and.
Well, it's an adventuring gear. Yeah,
We're talking about the silver.
Oh, he's only got that was back at the Steam and Steel, and they only had a couple of quivers. He was going over, I thought, to go get just regular arrows, or you said you wanted.
The silver ones.
Well, so y'all got to share all this. Everybody, you two are taking all the silver weapons, so y'all need to figure this out and share it across everybody. He can
I'll
do 2
take
weapons
10
and 2
for
sets of.
me,
Yeah.
10,
You know what?
10 arrows for me, 10 arrows for him.
Okay.
I will allow somebody else to silver their weapon, and I'll just take the arrows because I have a bow, so I can do
Okay.
I can do the bow, and someone else can get their weapon.
So, Quetzal or Linder, which one of y'all want to do a weapon, and which one of you want to do, or you've got, so basically 2 weapons can be silvered, and there are 2 quivers of silvered arrows. So y'all split that all apart however you want it. I'll
just do the arrows. That'll be fine.
So you got 10 arrows for you, 10 arrows for Shadow. Folan, you're going to keep a full quiver, so then someone gets a full weapon silvered. Quetzal or Linder or Thanil.
Thanil will take the silver.
Okay.
Which book are these silver arrows in?
They're not. You just basically grab, what you do is you can go into the player's handbook and go to equipment. When you open the player's handbook, go to equipment, go to adventuring gear. And what I want you to do is you can grab an arrow and bring it over into your inventory and then change it to 10, and then you can put silver next to it or whatever. So open up the player's, yeah, there you go. Now change that number from 1 to 10 and then put parentheses like silver behind the arrow so you know what they are. Okay. Now you will have, how are you, and you're going to go buy yourself a bow, I'm taking it, huh? Because you don't have any. Yep. Okay, so that's just regular price for that. That'll be under weapons, and you just need to deduct all.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, hey, what's up, Shamazing? Good to see you, man. We're doing Waterdeep now. I think you've already done I think you've already played it, hadn't you? Or y'all were doing it, I think, on your channel. But thank you for the sub, man. Just to make sure you deduct the cost appropriately. Yep.
25.
Oh, y'all are playing it on Fridays. Okay. Yeah, this is episode 5. They are in the middle of still running. Yeah, I figured as much. They are still running it's not Troll Skull Manor anymore. It's called the Whispering. What?
Whispered Spirits.
Whispered Spirits. It's been name changed, and they've been what's the word I'm looking for? Accused of being a front for a den of were-rat thieves, and they're quite pissed, and they got into it with the magistrate.
Yeah, accused and apparently convicted on the spot, no less.
And all that they got was a wham wham as she turned her back and left some of the city watch.
This is Waterdeep, not the U.S., so
That's right.
Did you need me to do any rolls now?
So say what now?
Did you need me to do any rolls now?
Or
As I
what?
said, I was going to slink off and investigate our competition.
Okay, so you can go check him out. In their own name. My group is more interested in their own name. They've got to name themselves. They've come up with a few ideas. They haven't quite. They've called them Misfortunate Sea Rejects. They embrace their inner failures. This group hasn't quite done that yet.
I think we came up with a name.
What was the name?
The Silver Sword Alliance.
Silver Sword Alliance. Oh, that's why they're getting all their weapons
right
silvered.
now it's very appropriate.
So, all right. So, yeah, they've had a couple of run-ins. They've had with this Emic guy who has this tavern that's behind them. Actually, y'all can't see it. Let's get this. So, yeah, Emic is over in Building 6 here. And they've had a couple of side quests. I don't know if Shemazy you're doing, but I bought the notice boards module for Waterdeep, and it has all these side ventures that they can go on and do things to make money. And they made their first profit for their month and a half? So finally made a profit. Okay. But now they must go find evidence that will take this slanderous accusation off their records and allow them to continue to operate and enjoy the purview of the clients plus the city watch. The City Watch has become a favor, the patrons that come in and take care of and use this establishment for drink and merry and all that. And so, unfortunately, some of the watchmen are quite upset that they've been put to task to have to come accuse their friends here. So anyway, so that's what's happening. So you have slunk off, and outside of the last couple of reports that you had are from Folan, when he was looking at it, Emic is there. He make me a perception check. Would you please, Shadow, as you sit in the...
Oops, didn't mean to roll twice.
Roll it again for me. Okay. So where is Emic? Emic. He, you're not really seeing, there's not much happening in his place. It is actually, looks like, business has even gotten worse for him. And you will then notice that, on the front door, to his place, there looks like something had been posted there, because you can still see a partial piece of paper is still stuck to the door where it was nailed to it.
Okay.
And he, you can see him slamming down a drink, and throwing, maybe his tankard, behind the bar in disgust. And that's all you're basically seeing from where he's at the moment.
I will continue to watch the place. This is what I do.
Okay, the rest of y'all have gotten your weapons and all. Where are y'all going to be at as nighttime falls? And y'all, definitely have seen a little, you've got, word has gotten out what's going on. So you have a couple of guardmen there, but they're really more there, unfortunately, from a business standpoint tonight than being a regular. And it seems like you're seeing that your clientele, the amount of them are definitely not there tonight like you're used to.
Well, I thought we were supposed to be closed.
No, she said she was going to give you 4 days, and then, Yep. You had until the end of the week.
So Owen is going to, after it gets dark, he's going to sneak out and climb up on the rooftops and try to find a nice hidden place where he can look out over the road down in the middle.
I think I'll join you up there.
And
y'all can get up on top of y'all's roof easily.
I didn't say my roof. I'm going to be, and I was thinking on this map area, like down there, beside to the west of the building 1.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like there's a chimney or something right there.
Yeah, it could be something, certainly.
Get in this, right up there beside that in the shadows, somewhere I'm kind of up high, and I can keep an eye out for rats. And also, I want to keep an eye out on the Friends Brew place and see if there's anything going on over there while I'm at it. And Thunil will hang out inside the tavern, ready to run out as soon as he hears.
And I'll hang out right by that one on our roof.
All right. Okay. So
I'm trying to keep an eye on Emic as best as I can from the outside.
Yep. And so outside, oh boy, should let out the dogs. So y'all keep a watch for that. And Emic's place, he, there's nobody there. Oh my God, really? She had to let him out? Sorry, the dogs are going crazy. Oh my Lord. Yeah, exactly. And they started hooting. Hold on, let me shut my door. Love getting in each other's face. All right. So here's what happened. So the night drag, you see him basically kind of dim the lights in his place. And the first night passes without any incidents at all for y'all. Y'all will watch his place. He is, looks like he is not getting any business for whatever reason. And he shuts his doors that first night and turns the light off. Looks like he's sleeping in the back area somewhere. And, kind of the alleyways, the city life just continues on. It's, a long night in the city, but really nothing much happens that catches y'all mind. Now, one of the things we also meant to ask is, what was our final decision on the Dwarven Date Glyph of Warding reward? Did y'all make a decision on what those glyphs were going to be? On the door. Ooh, so we haven't made a decision. Okay. I need for second. So I'm assuming that you're going to continue. Was this now, like I said, the first night goes on without any incidents at all. And it kind of grows y'all frustrated that nothing took place in the area and all that. And you will notice, however,
is what I do. I don't really get frustrated about it.
So what y'all will notice is that, y'all are still operating, and you will see Emic, the next day and all that, as he steps out. Y'all take turns on watch or what, kind of keep an eye on there, but he will step out from time to time and look back over toward your establishment and see that things are still going on. There's still businesses. Basically, you've got deliveries coming in, you have, cleaning going on, you've got your staff, a few that are coming in and out, and he will, with disgust, another tankard, he's breaking his own pots and pans and tankards and all that, because he's drinking something and he throws it across the street, and breaks his, what he was holding to drink in disgust. And he goes back in to his building and, shuts the door, almost takes it off the hinges. And so night begins to crawl again, begins to make its way across the land. Do y'all take up the same positions? Where are you, Shadow, in all this? Because you've got Folan and, was it Linder, kind of making duties on the roof. I'm
hiding in the alleys as best as possible.
Where? Put yourself on the map, please.
Okay.
If y'all want to, we'll do this. Oh boy. We'll bring that size down.
Giant kitty.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Just kind of. And.
So Thunil's inside the kitchen door.
That's fine. And Linder's over there. So Flolin, but Linder, were y'all trading off, or because it's a long time to sit up on the roof by yourself?
I'm okay. If I get tired, I can just do my my meditation trance. Yeah, I'll just hang out there.
Okay. Second night. One second, I need to determine something. Neil needs a perception check, please.
To Neil, who's inside.
He's kind of made his, he's staked it out there, looking on and off over that area. All right. He will hear or caught, yeah, it's just out of earsight. You know, he was just very faint. A ruckus or something that took place on the east side of, down the east side of the alleyway during the middle of the, we'll say roughly 1 or 1:30 in the morning. Not coming from Emmek's place at all.
Okay, he will quietly open the door and try to get Linder's attention up top and let him know he heard something from.
Linders, give me a perception check to see if you hear the Neil.
Okay.
Trying to get your attention. This is a dwarf trying to be stealthy.
Perception.
A barbarian dwarf. All right, yeah, you hear him go, psst. He's not very stealthy. Psst, psst, roof, please, alleyway, psst, psst, making some noise.
Yeah.
And you will move across the rooftop, to try to get.
What about Owen? Do I get a chance to hear?
You didn't hear it.
Far away from.
Yep, and it was very faint enough. And Linder, you will make your way to watch, and ever so quickly, out just around corner, you would have caught. There were basically you saw some flitting shadows make their way going east, out of shot. They were there just briefly when you came across, and lost. You sit and watch, and you wait, and you don't hear anything else. But there was something down in the alleyway ever so quickly, and you would have seen it. It would have,
jump down there and look at where they were standing. Look at the wall around where they were standing.
Mm-hmm. You can move over there. And you may make me another perception check, please, or investigation. Actually, I want investigation.
Do I notice some Linder moving?
Make me a perception check. You could be in trance mode at the time. Oh, look at him throwing this. Did you throw Skittles? Is that what that was?
Hold on.
I have no Skittles.
I thought it was your guidance. Were you not you? Because I saw the.
It is guidance.
We call them Skittles, man. I call them Skittles on the channel because they're free. You would have caught him. Yeah, moving and what was this? What did you do?
I did my perception.
No, I wanted investigation from you. I wanted investigation from you as you move down. Now, are you moving? Well, you're moving. Are you going to move down to where you saw them, or are you still staying? You crawled down and into the alleyway. There.
I'm moving down to where I saw him.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep.
Ooh, why are you getting a half? Are you jack of all trades or something? Is that what that is? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're jack of all trades. Yeah.
Use my inspiration to reroll it.
Go right ahead.
When I see Linder moving that way, I'm going to start heading east across.
Okay, you can move, and you can see.
Quietly.
I have great hatred for these dice.
Perception, yeah.
So there could be a clue right in front of you, but you do not see it.
There he is. So Folan, you saw Linder. Yeah, you saw Linder. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, you saw Linder make his way down, and and then you make your way. Linder, you can make your way over there to the alleyway where that circle's at.
Over there.
Yeah, that's where you kind of caught the shadows. And Folan's Folan, you're hopping across, doing your best Peter Pan maneuver, and you see Linder just he's staring in the alleyway, looking just totally lost. He's perplexed that he thought he saw something. He's scratching his head, and he's looking at stuff.
So up on top, I see no hints of movement. Don't hear.
Yep. You see him.
All right, I will jump down to the ground and go over and try to assist him in his investigation.
Well, he failed, but you may try to investigate.
Okay, I will try with skill.
Because you see him looking around at stuff and he is not cluing in, apparently.
Oh, look at that. That's even the wrong character.
That was the wrong
He-
character.
Oh, darn. Yeah,
My
You take that roll, though, because it'll give you a 2.
yeah, but we need Folan. Unfortunately, he needs to roll Folan here.
Just change the bonuses. He rolled an 18.
It was the exact same.
This is fake news, man.
Oh, both of you. Unfortunately, yeah, there's... you just see the ground, you see trash, you see, dirt, some, it's wet from maybe maybe something was thrown out a window and thrown onto the ground. Looking, he basically will tell you, Linder will tell you that he saw something moving in, quickly out of his corner of his eye was moving through here. And both of y'all are looking and you can't determine at all what it is. You have no idea.
Neil, come over here and use that 18 that would get thrown away for no reason otherwise.
Neil is pondering his date with...
Neil saw the initial situation and alerted
He
me
heard.
to it.
He heard. He didn't see anything.
And okay, sure. We'll just waste the 18. That's fine.
Yeah, he wasn't asked to roll it then. Yep, it does get wasted actually. So, the second, y'all don't discover anything.
I'm not done yet, so I want to shift into a dire wolf and use my keen smell to see if I can smell something.
They're not going to let this go, folks. It's like a rabid dog with a bone. All right,
Yep.
so a dire wolf now is trudging up and down Troll Skull Alley. Nothing could go wrong at all, right?
Correct.
Yeah, exactly. And what are you sniffing for, Folan Wolfman? Rats. Give me a perception check. With advantage. Well, look at him throwing it already.
26.
Look at that. How do you know you just...
No, because the dire wolf has
He's got
advantage
on his perception.
check.
Yeah.
I'm hearing.
Okay. You will detect that there is a foul smell of rat man. Ugh. Flea-ridden rat man that has, in the area, and has recently gone through here.
I want to track it.
And you...
Smell. I have survival. I'm proficient in it. I want to track that.
All right, make me, as you're tracking and moving eastward along the way, make me one more perception check, please.
Every chance.
Oh, you damn near. Oh, he hit it again. Oh, I saw a 5. That other one are okay. The trail ends over here in the middle. You come around the corner and it ends in the middle of this alleyway.
Where the other circle's at, where the entrance.
Where that other circle's at. Because there happens to be a manhole cover there.
All right. Should I go grab the others?
You woof.
Nod your head if that means yes.
Nod my head and woof.
All right. I'm gonna go grab everybody else.
All right. Apparently, I'm gonna need to put a dire wolf on the. You could change into one already.
Yeah, I'm Circle of Moon. I get up to CR.
Good. Take that digital dice.
Good.
Digital dice. What are? I was gonna say it's Quetzal coming out of sleep. All right, so that was. Let me get me a dire wolf here. Why have I only got? Oh, that's why. Derp. That was. I needed it from the player's handbook. I was like going, okay. alphabetical order. Direwolf. All right. And
Oh, the direwolf also has 50 movement speed.
all right. You will. Yes, your scent ends at the manhole cover that sits there, and the rest of y'all come to. I guess you would be pawing at the manhole cover.
I wait till Nero comes over, and then I do like a pointer thing. I point with my nose and foot up and point at the thing and go woof.
Okay.
At which point he'll understand what I mean and he'll open it up.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And we're gonna go down in the dark.
Yep. You go down and you find yourselves once again in the sewers of Waterdeep. And let me find me a sewer.
Just where I was looking to get back to.
Uh-huh. Isn't that right? No, it's the basement. That's that. Crap.
Oh, and another 105 experience, I'll be able to give you dark vision.
That's images. Sorry, I'm looking here real quick. 1 second. I'm trying to see if I have anything that will work. If not, we'll just use the the one we use. Xanathar's deal. Zach is all right. Xanathar hideout. Here we go. Okay. All right, a little bit different. You're just gonna have to trust me. It's not the same. It is the same map, but it's not.
Similar.
It's the same map, but we're gonna have a little bit different play on this one. Okay, so
Hard time.
yeah, so what you're gonna land in? You're gonna land in the center area. Y'all know that. Here, did I send that to everybody? Yeah. Okay. Let me put y'all on it. The trail goes east, continues east. There is no, exactly. There's no north or south. Y'all basically are headed that way. And y'all can, is everybody on the map? Y'all are on the map. Oh, so Folan, yeah, you don't need your character, but he's there. And the dire wolf makes his way exactly. He sniffs foul water, and the smell continues on. But it is, now the water and faint, continue on, and
Tell me how far I need to continue.
yeah, you keep going, and then what's going to happen is you're going to stop. Hey, don't go too far. Right here. What we're going to do is
and Thunil will lead Quetzal again.
Yep. And there is a small little opening in the wall. Whoa. Holy moly. I got to bring my sounds down. I just shot right out of my chair on that one. What's up, 20 sides? Hey, Winston. Oh, that's funny. I've got to bring my Stream Element sounds down. That one was loud. Well, welcome to the Rejects, folks. We're in the middle of Waterdeep Dragon Heist. All right, yeah, so there is you will come down and you will see that there is basically some bricks and such have been removed from the wall here. Yeah, I know, it was loud. I'll get that fixed. And it is, a small, medium-sized creature could only get through there. Medium creature will have an issue getting through the hole.
Okay, so I take it that the trail definitely goes in there.
Yes, it
that
does.
seems to
Yes,
be their way.
yes, it does.
Okay, at that point, I will shift back from the diary.
To yourself.
Yep, back to myself.
Okay.
All right, Thunil, it's your time to shine. You want to lock tokens, or you leave it open?
Oh, yeah. Well, Thaniel is a medium, right? Yeah. Medium, small. Yeah, he's big. This dwarf probably can't fit through there, unless you're gonna knock out more of the wall. A medium, barely a small. It has to be small on the smaller size. A dwarf big dwarf barbarian like that will have an issue getting through the hole.
You said a medium size could squeeze through there, right?
No, I said small. Medium size is going to have an issue.
Okay, well then, how hard would it be to remove some bricks? That's something he would know how to.
Yeah, it would take some time. He's going to have to. Looks like he's going to have to do some pounding.
Good thing somebody's got a hammer, right? Doesn't somebody have a hammer?
Yeah.
The Neil doesn't.
I have a light hammer.
Hey.
That'll work.
Banging on the bricks is probably. What I'm worried about is them having another way out of here and running when we start pounding on the bricks. So,
I'm not sure we have much choice in the matter.
Yeah. I mean, even if we find an empty hideout and we take the city guard down here.
That's right, Cyber. Have y'all cleared this with the guild if you do this remodeling down here? I'm just asking, the stream's asking, guys. Hey, sorry, don't kill the messenger.
All right.
It was an earthquake.
Whoa.
What have we done?
I think we need to try opening the space up a little bit.
Yeah.
Dwarf's gonna do some whack, 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 whack. Okay.
Some demo.
He's gonna do some demoing. All right. So back up a second here. He's basically going to be in the, even though I'm not in the center of a square, I know it. Deal with it. And the dwarf will begin to smack, and it doesn't take too long, but it does make some noise, a good bit of noise. And he will.
I'll have my bow ready with an arrow knock.
Ditto.
He's going to, let's see, out of the darkness, a arrow will come, a bolt will come flying through the hole and miss him. Y'all may make me perception checks, please. Never mind. It rolled a 1. I'm not even going to try. And y'all will briefly see.
Shooting.
Standing on the corner. Now he's around the corner, so he's going to get a -2. But he will have his body out enough that you will got somewhat of a target. Okay?
I have a nice clean line at him from where I'm at.
Hang on.
Well, he's behind the corner there, so he does have some of the ball.
I put a -2 on it.
And he's got it. You can see that he's holding a hand crossbow. Not a big one. All right. The arrow hits the wall. What are you doing, Linder?
Sleep.
Okay. Quetzal, do you need to go?
How much longer do you think
We're
it's gonna be?
we're gonna get started. Then I'm gonna hold it here. Actually, so
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go.
why don't you go and I'll run you. I'm not gonna get into too much combat. We'll be just a few more minutes because we're close here anyway, and then I'll see you next Tuesday, my friend. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks,
See you
man.
later.
Yep. We'll see you.
Bye.
Okay. He has got some new work too going on. Okay, so you cast sleep. All right, Linder, and you are that is how much, what's the area? It is 20 feet. Okay. And you
I'm
cast
gonna drop
that.
it just behind him.
Yep.
If I can.
All right. And you, that's him losing. Okay. So Thorn's off. You guys will see him. Nothing happens to him. He runs back in the dart, squeaking. And we will hold right there. Yes, the hole is big enough now. You got arrows off. You saw this rat man run in the darkness. We will hold for next week. Dun, dun, dun. Just the grips of getting ready to deal with the rat infestation. But we will hold. Okay, good job, even with a player down. We will pick up with initiative rolls and the start of a extermination maneuver. How about that? Work for y'all?
Sounds good.
Good.
Yes, sir.
All right, folks, we are off. We won't be back tomorrow night. Corey is still rebuilding his machine for East Texas University, but he will be ready to go next Wednesday. So we should be here Thursday night for the Deadbeats and Friday for the Lost Minds group. So we'll make sure tune back in then. We appreciate it. Yep, Cyber, we appreciate it hanging out. Tombstone, Devil Dog, thanks for the raid, 20 Sides and his group. And everybody enjoy the rest of your evening. We are going to sign out of here and hit the sack because we got an early rise tomorrow. Y'all be good. Thanks a lot.
All right, everybody.
No.